Vice President Baker, do you want to test your microphone? Make sure it sounds good.
Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2.
Great, you sound good. It is 11 a.m., so we can start whenever you are ready.
Great, thank you very much. Welcome to the fall semester 2021. It's great to be here with you. I hope each of you was able to find ways to rest, rejuvenate, and replenish yourself during summer break. Traditionally, this time would be used for the president to go over our past year's successes and outline new advancements in the coming year. Being that we have a new president who just started last week, I would like to take this time to highlight our successes and new programs, and then turn it over to our new superintendent president, Dr. Martha Garcia, so that she can share her vision and thoughts on the future of the college. Before we begin, please join me in thanking Professor Donna Green and the Faculty Development Committee for their work in organizing and managing this year's Flex activities. They have provided you with a variety of learning opportunities in a forum to connect with one another. Some of our trustees are on today's Zoom to help us kick off the new semester. They include our chair, Aurora Wilson, vice chair, Ruben Perez, and Dr. Fred Yount. Unfortunately, Dr. Bonnie Steffen, B. Gonzalez, and student trustee Ireland Olson could not be with us, but send you all their best wishes for a successful and productive semester. I would also like to thank our college constituency groups that have worked hard the last few months supporting our students and guiding their members. We appreciate the work you have done during these challenging times. The heart of our college is our faculty, staff, and leadership who work hard each and every day to ensure our students receive the education they deserve. One of the most important things we do to serve our students is hiring new faculty and staff. Let's start by introducing our new faculty and those that have changed roles. Andrew Ailman, full-time faculty, sociology. Rosa Marina Acosta, full-time faculty, architecture. Wendy Alberti, full-time faculty, nursing. Beth Allen Bentley, full-time faculty, business. Jen Carey, full-time faculty, music. Adrian Casas, full-time faculty, health sciences. Dr. Surya Ceja Vasquez, full-time faculty, Spanish. Diego Coaguila, temporary full-time faculty, librarian. Christina Corrales, Coto, temporary full-time faculty, distance education coordinator. Jeffrey Cunningham, temporary full-time faculty, criminal justice. Gwendolyn Earle, full-time faculty, business. Mary Eden, counselor, Black Student Success Center. Benjamin Fitzpatrick, full-time faculty, physical therapy. Charles Francis, temporary full-time faculty, physics, engineering. Adam Gill, temporary full-time faculty, chemistry. Dr. Megan Hazanzada, full-time faculty, biology. Wesley Hernandez, temporary full-time faculty, communication studies. Victoria Jimenez, counselor, English as a second language, non-credit. Robert Kelby, temporary full-time faculty, computer science. Lakeisha McKenzie, full-time faculty, sociology. Rosie Stephanie Montalvo, full-time faculty, nursing. Juan Jose Moreno Ibarra, temporary full-time faculty, counselor. Dr. Jessica Morones, full-time faculty, sociology. Annika Pisula, temporary full-time faculty, biology. Philip Salas, counselor, student success and support program. Whitney Shah, full-time faculty, communication studies. Mary Suarez, full-time faculty, nursing simulation. Evelyn Trejo, temporary full-time faculty, nursing counselor. Julia Varga, temporary full-time faculty, automotive. And Dr. Elizabeth Walker, full-time faculty, political science. For leadership, we have a few new faces and some role changes. Dr. Sarah Butler, Dean Social Sciences and Arts. Stuart Davis, Executive Director, Educational Technology. Matthew Durkin, Director of Development, Foundation. Sarah Fry, Interim Director, Nursing and Allied Health. Dr. Jessica Enders, Interim Executive Director, Institutional Advancement. Patricia Espinosa, Interim Director, Upward Bound. Carlos Maldonado, Interim Associate Dean, Student Services. Dr. Diliana Peregrina Kretz, Director, EOPS Care and Foster Youth. Carrie Tate Meyer, Director, Trio Veterans. Jessica Van Beers, Interim Director, Educational Talent Search. Sai Vang, Director, Auxiliary Services. Jocelyn Vargas, Interim Director, Education Centers East Valley. And Terry Wilson, Interim Director, Human Resources. For the last 6 years, we celebrated a record number of graduates. We didn't break the record this year, but we were only 42 students short, and we did set a record for the largest number of associate degrees conferred in College of the Desert's history, more than 1,600. This is a phenomenal accomplishment given all the outside challenges this class has experienced in the past year and a half. To celebrate our graduates, the college hosted its second virtual commencement ceremony, which was available for viewing at the end of May. I want to commend the work of the Commencement Task Force and its chair, Dr. Oscar Espinoza Parra, who made it a priority to lift up our graduates and to recognize their accomplishments. The task force mailed graduates a special package sponsored by the College of the Desert Foundation that included a diploma holder, bumper sticker, mortarboard, tassel, and college sash. Graduates were also encouraged to post photos of themselves on social media and use the hashtag Roadrunner2021 to promote student success and their Roadrunner pride. Throughout the summer, the college shared many of these images on our social media channels and in a special advertising campaign that included links to the virtual ceremony. Among our graduates was our third class of Edge Pledge participants, consisting of local high school graduates who attended College of the Desert fee and tuition free. In the fall of 2020, we expanded the program to help even more students achieve their educational goals. Pledge to Complete is the new program providing free tuition and fees to any former, not currently enrolled College of the Desert student who has earned 30 units or more at our college or 45 units or more from any regionally accredited institution and has not yet completed their educational goal. Pledge to Complete students are not required to complete the EDGE summer readiness sessions, but they are provided extensive counseling, student educational planning workshops, and wraparound support services to help them complete their educational goals. Together, EDGE and Pledge are a powerful commitment to the educational and economic futures of our students, college, and community. All of this would not be possible without the generous financial support of the College of the Desert Alumni Association, which donates $250,000 annually towards the program, which totals $900,000 to date, and the College of the Desert Foundation, specifically the Richard Brook Foundation, that has given more than $575,000 to support our students. These programs are truly making a difference in the lives of our students and their families. And now, thanks to an $18 million donation from philanthropist Mackenzie Scott, our donor-supported EDGE and Pledge programs will live on for future generations. The largest one-time grant in the college's 60-plus year history, this grant will allow us to support what we envision as never-ending programs. In a virtual announcement of the donation to College of the Desert and 285 other high-impact organizations, Ms. Scott said her foundation focused on, quote, equity-oriented nonprofit teams, working in communities that have been historically underfunded and overlooked. The college is one of just 7 community colleges in California to receive these funds. This gift is a testament to the excellent work we have undertaken to ensure every person in our community has access to higher education. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the college has made it a priority to support our faculty, staff, and leadership so that they may better serve our students. One of the ways we have done this is by enhancing the delivery of our online courses. our distance education and instructional design team seamlessly transitioned the college online in a 2-week window in March of 2020. Since then, they have developed and implemented an in-house distance education program for our faculty. To date, 526 faculty have been trained in effective online teaching practices, 241 of which have earned provisional or full distance education certification status. I'd especially like to thank distance education and instructional design coordinator, Marvin Gaboot, instructional support specialist, Craig Donahue, and faculty trainer, Christina Corrales Coto. Earlier this summer, the college rolled out a new faculty mentor program. Suggested by one of our guided pathway pillars, the faculty mentor program provides newer full-time faculty members and adjuncts the opportunity to connect with a tenured faculty member who will guide them through the 2021-2022 academic year. I would especially like to thank Dr. Sarah Butler, who recruited mentors and mentees throughout the summer. We also unveiled the first phase of a new series of guided pathway sponsored professional development opportunities the college is creating, which center on our federal designation as a Hispanic serving institution. Summer reading for the book club included Becoming Hispanic Serving Institutions, Opportunities for Colleges and Universities by Gina Ann Garcia. Participants were mailed a copy of the book and were encouraged to meet virtually to explore and discuss College of the Desert's identity as a Hispanic serving institution and what it means to serve Latinx students. I want to thank Angel Meraz, Dr. Oscar Espinoza Parra, and the Guided Pathways team for creating this opportunity, wonderful opportunity for our faculty and staff. As most of you are aware, throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, the college has added several new services and resources for our students. Well, there are too many for me to list here. A couple of new programs I would like to highlight are as follows. The textbook referral program was expanded, and to date, more than 2,000 digital or physical textbook rentals have been provided free of cost to students in need, saving them almost $135,000. The library has created several new LibGuides, including topics such as nursing, LGBTQIA+, Asian Pacific Islander heritage, women's history, and more. They have also created a new Films on Demand program, which provides students and faculty with links and free access to more than 43,000 films covering almost every subject taught at the college. A new low-cost laptop program was started so students, faculty, and staff could purchase laptops and Chromebooks at discounted rates with flexible payment options, including the use of excess financial aid. To date, almost 200 students have taken advantage of the program. In addition, we are continuing to expand our dedicated resource centers, such as the Black Student Success Center, which assists with everything from tutoring, scholarships, and helping students cope with microaggressions to events celebrating Black culture and heritage. Our Dreamer Resource Center, which provides academic advising, counseling, financial aid information, and student referral services, is now all online. In addition, students can receive California DREAM Act application assistance. Our latest addition, the Gender and Sexual Diversity Pride Center, provides support and resources to facilitate the success, learning, and achievement of our LGBTQIA+ students. Staff are currently collaborating with our film instructors to offer LGBTQT film series to the library's Films on Demand program. This is an example of our Affinity Center's excellent work to create a bridge between instruction and our students. The college distributed more than $3.5 million in emergency financial aid grants during the past year. These funds directly supported our students and have helped them continue their academic pursuits despite the COVID-19 pandemic. This funding comes from the CARES Act and the Coronavirus Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations, or the CRRSA Act. In summer 2020, the college disbursed $500,000 of aid to 1,197 students who received $417 each. In fall 2020, $1.5 million was dispersed to 2,267 students who received $675 each. In spring 2021, the college dispersed $1.5 million of CRSSA Act funding to 2,298 students, each receiving $666. And over the summer, the college distributed more than $1.5 million in CRSSA Act funding to 1,106 students, who each received $1,359. And most recently, in the fall of 2021, the college plans to distribute an additional $1.5 million to eligible students. Meanwhile, the College of the Desert Foundation has identified and raised $439,000 for the Student Emergency Fund and has processed almost 413 requests, totaling nearly $400,000 to students who have requested assistance with rent, utilities, gas, and food. As faculty, I'm confident that every one of you on this Zoom truly cares for the well-being of our students. Otherwise, you would not be here today. Research tells us that the key to student success definitely starts with our faculty, but goes well beyond. It's something we as an institution must commit and recommit to every day. For this reason, this past fall, a group of classified professionals took a leadership role to develop the Caring Campus Initiative. Dubbed COD Cares, the program will be implemented as part of our Guided Pathways umbrella, and we hope to move the group into a formal committee as part of our shared governance process this fall. For anyone interested in learning more about the COD Cares program, I encourage you to attend the COD Cares Flex presentation tomorrow, Wednesday, August 25th at 11 a.m. I want to thank Dr. Jessica Enders, Interim Executive Director of Institutional Advancement, and the classified staff that has led the implementation of this exciting new program on our campus. COD Cares and many of the programs and initiatives you have heard about today were implemented as part of our Guided Pathways work. In line with the state model, the college has developed 4 pillar teams with faculty, staff, students, and leadership in each. The pillar teams have continued to meet virtually, and many of the student success initiatives you have just heard about were implemented as part of our Guided Pathways work. I want to acknowledge the work of our administrator lead co-chair, Dr. Courtney Dowsett, faculty coordinator co-chair, Matthew Wilson, and faculty coordinator co-chair, Dr. Veronica Doubt, for their amazing work on this initiative. We are excited to join the Chancellor's Office to pilot and shape a bold new initiative that expands educational opportunities while creating innovative solutions to many of the social problems that are prevalent in our world today. In collaboration with the Lemelson MIT program, the Invention and Inclusive Innovation Initiative integrates an emerging learning's approach for working across disciplinary boundaries, known as Invention Education. The initiative will increase access to invention education for women and communities of color who've historically been underrepresented in the innovation and invention economy, but whose life experiences provide valuable insights and perspectives to tackle systemic challenges and needs. College of the Desert is just one of 4 community colleges in the state invited to participate. College of the Desert's IDEA program will include multidisciplinary student teams working online in and out of the classroom, utilizing an open inquiry and problem-finding approach to solve challenges within their communities over the course of 6 to 9 months. Student recruitment for the first cohort started this summer. As many of you are aware, the COVID-19 pandemic has significantly impacted our enrollments. This is not a phenomenon that is unique to College of the Desert. Colleges across the country are seeing double-digit losses in their enrollments. Just as the pandemic has caused uncertainty in our own lives, it has disrupted our students and their lives. It's our responsibility to let them know we care about their future and that we are committed to seeing them succeed. For this reason, the college has started a multi-pronged outreach campaign to reach students and their families, to let them know that College of the Desert is still here for them and that we have resources that can help make their dreams of a degree or certificate attainable. Aside from paid local media advertisements, we are hitting the streets in a grassroots effort, including college representation at events and a presence in the community. Under the leadership of Dr. Neary and Dean Amanda Phillips, the Outreach Committee is continuing to spread the word in the community about the resources the college has available, including free tuition, low-cost book rentals, free laptop rentals, counseling services, and even grants that help students and their families with living expenses. This outreach, including paid advertising, will continue now through the rest of the academic year. To give you a better feel for our campaign, following are 2 student testimonial videos, which are running throughout the Valley.
During the pandemic, I was the only one in my family considered an essential worker. COD was the best option for me because of the pledge program and the 2 years of free tuition that they offer. COD has helped me fulfill my dream in becoming an athletic trainer. I'm extremely grateful for COD and the pledge program because it allows me to pursue my educational dreams. Enroll today to create your tomorrow.
My story begins in high school. I ended up dropping out at a very young age. I learned about COD having an adult basic education program where they help you get your credentials. I have a purpose now. My name is Evelyn and I'm going for a health science degree. Well, I want to give thanks to College of the Desert and for the pledge program. I go to college for free. That's something that I never thought I would be able to do. Enroll today to create your tomorrow.
If you have kept up with your email over the summer, you have probably read in my bi-weekly updates about the college's efforts to safely reopen our campuses. I'm sure it is not lost on any of you the importance of safely engaging in person with our students and our community. Returning to campus and resuming some semblance of normalcy is critical to the success of our students and the college. We are moving forward with our phased approach to reopening our campuses, with leadership returning fully on August 30th. As we said before, we see fall as a transition term. Although we will only have about 20 to 25% of our course offerings in person or a hybrid format during the fall, we plan to bring back some level of in-person services. In preparation for the upcoming fall semester and the increase of people on our campuses, college leadership has been busy updating our resources and refining our COVID-19 protocols. In addition to being available on the college's faculty staff portal, all student, faculty, and staff COVID-19 safety and reporting protocols are now listed on the college's updated website. Since COVID-19 is a fluid situation, please visit this site daily to stay abreast of the latest protocols for accessing our campus. I encourage all of you to visit our pages, read the information, and ask questions. Questions can be submitted to our COVID-19 leadership team by emailing covid@collegeofthedesert.edu, or you can attend one of our bi-weekly COVID-19 question and answer sessions. Zoom links and schedule information are available on the COVID-19 communications site located on the faculty staff portal. While we have a handful of reported COVID-19 cases in our employee and student populations, we have not had any traceable virus transmissions on our campuses. We will continue to follow the proven safety protocols as outlined in our COVID-19 prevention plan. I'm also pleased to share that the college's Student Health and Wellness Center will begin hosting vaccination and testing clinics starting this week. The first vaccination clinic open to college employees is taking place today, and a second student-only clinic is planned for August 31st. For more information, visit the COVID section of our website. We will continue to prioritize the safety and well-being of our students, faculty, and staff and leadership, and I am confident in our ability to continue down this path safely. We remain hopeful that the effects of COVID will only be a short-lived setback in our enrollments. The programs we have in place, including Edge and Pledge, continue to be exemplary and will help drive our enrollment and growth for the decades that follow. We continue to expand the college's efforts to bring education closer to our students' live and work. Some of these efforts include the expansion of our Indio campus will extend the current campus site to the north of the existing building, and it will nearly double the size of the existing Indio campus, allowing us to serve a growing population of students. The new 67,000 square foot building will feature classrooms and lecture spaces, computer labs, study space, student services suite, the tutoring and academic skills center, the library resource center, cafe, and a makerspace. A concurrent project, a new child development center designed to serve 80 toddlers and preschoolers, will be located across the street to the south of the existing Indio campus building. It will also include classroom and observation space for College of the Desert students. Architectural plans are moving forward for the new Palm Springs campus. The phase plan will feature modern instructional space, experiential labs, student commons, flexible event space, a high-tech digital accelerator space in classrooms, a learning hotel, restaurant and kitchen, and culinary institute. Recognizing that innovation and technology will play a significant role in our community and our success, the college has partnered with the Coachella Valley Economic Partnership, known as CVEP, to develop the Coachella Valley Scenic Project, a valley-wide internet service tool built from scenic fiber, capable of transferring data at over 10 gigabits per second. In Cathedral City, planning continues on the development of a new advanced automotive technology center located off Highway 111 near the Auto Mall. In the city of Coachella, we're working with officials to expand course offerings in the downtown area, which will include evening and weekend options for working adults. Now, I would like to introduce our new Superintendent President, Dr. Martha Garcia. Most recently, Dr. Garcia served as the Superintendent President of Imperial Valley College, where she developed many categorical funded programs that focus on serving underrepresented students. Employed in the California Community College system since 1999, her expertise and leadership will help lead the college as we continue to navigate these challenging times. To share with you her journey with us, here is Dr. Garcia.
Good morning. Muy buenos días a todos. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Vice President Baker, for that introduction and for serving as the leader of this institution for the past few months. We sincerely are grateful for everything that you have done and continue to do every day. I would like to start by thanking our trustees once again. I thank them for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity and privilege to lead this impressive college. Chair Wilson has joined us this morning, Vice Chair Perez, Trustee Gonzalez, and Student Trustee Olson. And we thank Dr. John, Trustee John, and Trustee Stefan as well, who were not able to join us. So it is important for me to express tremendous gratitude. You all have gone through very challenging times, and yet you continue to persevere and have achieved tremendous work through the past few months, and especially the last year and a half. So without your commitment to serve our students and do the best that you can for them, we would have not been able to achieve the impressive accomplishments that have been achieved. I am confident that together as College of the Desert, as a family, we will continue to grow and continue to do great work. I would like to share my story with you this morning, my journey, because that will provide you an opportunity to understand, why am I driven to serve? Why am I driven to serve the students of the Coachella Valley? And why am I here feeling extremely honored? So if we could proceed to the next slide. I want to start by elaborating on what these pictures mean. The baby picture, I want to share that this is the only formal portrait that I have as a baby. My parents were not able to afford to take us to have a professional picture taken. However, my mother's siblings worked and saved so that my two brothers and I were afforded the opportunity to have a professional picture taken, and I cherish this one tremendously. The picture in the center is my two brothers and I. Believe it or not, I'm the one with red shorts, and yes, I look like a male. And this was taken in a small rural community in the outskirts of Mexicali, which is called Compuertas, and it is located in next or close to the east port of entry. And what you'll see in this picture is obviously the graffiti, and it's evident that it was an impoverished and continues to be an impoverished community of Mexicali. However, I didn't see that. I never saw that. It was provided with love and nurtured by my grandparents, my aunt, and my uncles. And I will forever value the experiences that I was able to have growing up and spending summers, winters, and holidays there. And then my commencement picture is highlighted here. And I share that because this was a very proud moment for my parents. They never presumed that their daughter would have the opportunity to achieve the level of success that she has. And what I want to highlight, this was the Hispanic San Diego State University commencement. And I was one of 4 students, the first in the history of San Diego State to participate in this commencement as a doctoral graduate. And what was so amazing to my family and my parents was that they saw their daughter come into that commencement following a mariachi. And why was that important? Because obviously it resonated with their tradition, with their culture, and their daughter was achieving a milestone in life that they did not ever imagine would be possible. Next slide. I will not speak about myself without honoring my parents. And I'll share briefly about their history. My father, he started working at age 9 in Mexicali, and he completed 6th grade. And he had to start working at such a young age in order to be able to support his younger siblings, so help his parents support his younger siblings. My mother also had to start working at a young age, about 12 or 13, and she also helped her parents support her younger siblings. They both grew up in dire poverty, and I'm grateful to them for their courage to come to this country under a mixed status, as a mixed status family, because they wanted a better opportunity for their children. Because they knew that in this country, their children would have the opportunity to achieve dreams that were not afforded to them in Mexicali and Mexico. My parents have taught me values that continue to help me every day to do the best that I can. And frankly, if it wasn't for those values, I feel I would have not been able to achieve what I've been able to achieve. And they are hard work. Every day, even as a CEO, I am committed to work hard. Why? Because when they came here, my father worked as a farm worker and my mother worked cleaning homes, caring for children, and eventually she was also a farm worker. And even though my father continues to be a non-English speaker and my mother was a limited English speaker, they both created their own small businesses. And that happened through hard work. And the next value is perseverance. Never give up, no matter how challenging a day may be, no matter how challenging situations may be. Never give up. Remember that there is always tomorrow, hopefully, not guaranteed, but if you're able to start again tomorrow, you continue working hard and continue persevering. And that continues to be obviously a value that drives my decision making. We may try something that may not work the way we envision, but we try something else the next day. Why? Because our students deserve that. And honesty. As you get to know me, you'll realize that I am candid. And it's important as a leader that we commit to transparency, that I commit to transparency through honesty. And finally, respect. Respect, it is a value that even in the most difficult conversations, I will uphold and will never disrespect any of you. And that was something that was taught, obviously, by my parents. So those are the values that continue to drive who I am. And I believe that, obviously, and I know that they will continue to drive me as a leader of the institution. Together, collectively, and being that respect is one of the college's core values, we will get through the difficult times that we are experiencing. Next slide. I share with you these pictures of me, my son, Jerry, who is now 23 years old, the greatest blessing in my life. And it's evident that I was really young when I became a mother. And this is very personal. Why I share this with you is because this continues to be the stories and experiences of many of our students. I decided to move in with my boyfriend at age 19, was not ready for that in any way, emotionally, psychologically, financially. And I became a mother at age 20, and soon after that became a single mother. And I realized that we have many single parents attending our institution. And I realized that there are many challenges that they endure and additional barriers that they endure, but yet they don't lose hope that through education, their lives will change, that through education, they'll have a better opportunity to provide for their family. So I honor each and every one of you that specializes in serving our single parents, obviously our CalWorks team, our care team. Know that those types of programs, EOPS, really helped me through my educational journey. Next slide. This is my educational history. I started at a community college, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity. It was my only opportunity to pursue higher education, and it continues to be the only opportunity for many of our students. I want to share with you a brief story. The high school counselor completed 2 university applications for me. One was to San Diego State main campus, and the other one was to Long Beach State. And she called in my mother one afternoon and told her that she had completed these applications for me, and told her that her only daughter should move on because she was university bound and continue with higher education at a university. That evening, my mother conveyed that to my father. We would sit at the table every night, and he sat at the end of the table, and I sat next to him. And my mother was making homemade tortillas, and she brings the tortillas to the table, and she tells him, "La consejera dice que nuestra hija debe de ir a la universidad." the counselor said that our daughter should go to the university. And my father is very calm. And he calmly stated, mi hija va a estudiar, pero lo va a hacer aquí. My daughter will study, but she is going to do it locally. And I share this because for many reasons, our students are place-bound. And our families, many times, are the reasons why we decide not to move somewhere else. And that continues to be the story of many of our students. Whether we understand it or not, whether we agree with it or not, that is a reality for many of our students. I achieved a bachelor's in criminal justice administration at San Diego State Imperial Valley campus, and achieved a master's in counseling, and that enrolling in that pathway, educational pathway, is what opened the doors to a profession that I fell in love with, which is to serve in the community college. And I briefly want to share with you that I started my master's. In spite of all these challenges, there were amazing, amazing educators and mentors that supported me and reminded me that I had potential. And I started my master's at age 21. Given, the barriers, given that I experienced poverty as a single mother, that the choices that our students make are real, whether you decide that you're going to purchase diapers or purchase food or pay for rent, those are real. And I understand them and relate to them because I've lived them. And that drives me to do better. So starting a master's in educational counseling provided me the opportunity to work part-time as a counselor at age 21 at Imperial Valley College, at a time where I needed really to enhance my self-esteem, at a time where I needed an opportunity, at a time where I wanted to provide for my son. And that opportunity opened the doors to this profession that I love, that I'm privileged to serve in, and that once I realized, because I started working as a part-time CalWorks counselor, once I realized that there was more that I could contribute to the system, to our students, that led to deciding to pursue a doctoral degree. In my mind, I was going to achieve a bachelor's, and that was more than enough for a first-generation college graduate. However, I really believe that there was a pathway for me in this system, a pathway for me now to be able to serve you all, our students, this community, and to do it committed to doing the best that I can. So this picture on the top shows my mother, my son, and I celebrating commencement from San Diego State Imperial Valley campus. And then the picture in the bottom shows Jerry and I as we celebrated commencement for my doctoral degree. Next slide. And I want to share with you what fills my soul. Obviously, familia is very important. I'm grateful for my family, and I want to share with you that these pictures were taken in August of 2017. My mother passed October of 2017. I honor her every day, and I thank her every day. I want to share with you 2 promises that I made to her, because That is my why. I was in denial that my mother would pass. She was diagnosed with cancer December 2016. And in my mind, she was going to get through this. So 2 weeks before her passing, she asked if we could go to a restaurant that she really liked. She was not able to eat, but she ordered her 2 favorite meals at that restaurant. And she said, quiero que me prometas 2 cosas. I want you to promise me 2 things. And I said, of course, but you're well. But I'll promise anything that you would like me to promise. And the first one was, quiero que me prometas que nunca te vas a olvidar quién eres y de dónde vienes. Promise me that you will never forget who you are and where you come from. And I responded by stating, I'm a very humble mother, and I will never forget who I am and where I come from. And the second promise was, quiero que me prometas que vas a ayudar a la gente, especialmente a la gente que necesita más ayuda en la vida. Promise me that you will continue helping people, especially those that need the most help in life. And I responded by stating, I promise you that. I feel I do it every day. However, every day now, when I wake up, I think about those promises. At the end of the day, I think about the promises that I have made to her and try to ensure that I'm fulfilling them as best as I can. And I share that with you because that is my why. And you'll realize that I'm here to serve all students and will work hard for all students. But if there are populations within our students that are experiencing dire barriers, I will be driven to go above and beyond to support them. And I know you all are. So I look forward to fulfilling the promises that I made to my mother with all of you, because our students deserve it, because this community deserves it, and because we are privileged to be in these roles. Next slide. So my purpose, frankly, I believe I'm here at this institution with a purpose, to fulfill a purpose. And it is to lead institutional transformation through forward-thinking change that makes students the center of our working environment and is focused on increasing success, equity, and access to higher education. Next slide. We will have an opportunity to answer a few questions. Before we do that, I want to make sure that I thank all of you once again for joining us. I want to make sure that I acknowledge each and every single one of you, but acknowledge the ladies who have helped me these few days transition, Miss Julia, Miss Casey, and Miss Jessica, who are amazing. And especially today, I want to acknowledge the Academic Senate for a great meeting this morning. And once again, the Board of Trustees for believing in me. Know that I appreciate joining the Roadrunner family, that I am committed, and that a year from now, I will share a vision with you all, a vision for where we're heading. It is important that I understand where we are before we determine where we're heading. And it is only collectively and centered on our students that we will continue to persevere and get through the most challenging experiences together. So I thank you. I'm honored, and I look forward to meeting you. And we can proceed with questions.
And so if there are any questions from the audience, please put those into the Q&A and we can start to address them now.
We'll provide you a few more seconds. Otherwise, we will conclude if there are no questions. So let's wait 1 minute, and then we'll determine if this is the conclusion of our time together this morning.
And Dr. Garcia, it looks like there's a few comments for you.